of the firm believer that it's all practice, practice, practice. The confidence, the magnetism will help when you have that confidence. And once you have that confidence, you automatically attract. But in order to have that confidence, you have the skills. In order to have the skills, you need to practice. In order to practice, you need to do one thing that completely brings it full circle, and is also the biggest reason why I am a self-mastery teacher for moms. Because in order to practice, you need to be willing to fail. And in order to be willing to fail, you need to be willing to do it while you are afraid. But when you become a self-master, there's no more fear. There's just you practicing. And you will no longer identify it as failing or being successful or being liked or being disliked. That feeling will completely go away. If people dislike you, you'll be like, well, okay, I'm in practice mode, right? If people like it, it's like, okay, I need to do more of that. But you will not retreat. Welcome to Self Mastery School for Moms, where you learn how to silence your inner saboteur, awaken your energy body, and connect to your higher self. You will go from mom to master, so you can make each day your masterpiece. My name is Janice Nelson, author and self-mastery teacher of Fabulous One Philosophy. I'm on a mission to help you become the awakened mom. You are Fabulous One, and all you have to do is remember what you forgot. Really big on the agenda right now, my move. And I also opened an account on TikTok. So if you want to follow me there, you can find me there. You know how the turtle is sticking its head out and its arms, its arms and legs, but it has this shell that it can retreat, right? And when you become a self-master, it's like the turtle that can stick its neck out, stick its head out, stick its paws out, because otherwise you can't walk, you can't move, you can't progress. So if you're always in retreat mode because you're afraid of what the world might do to you, then you won't even get to the part of practicing. You won't even get to the story that you tell yourself of, hey, I need to practice, I need to get better, I need to become more skillful, I need to become more confident. And then I will magnetize everything to me. When the words start to flow in a way that it resonates with you, and you're going to be like, oh yeah, I really like this. Josie, don't do this.
Oh, what happened?
I'm recording, I'm shooting. You're in the middle of my video.
Oh, I didn't know.
Close the door, Pookies. Don't disturb me for the next 2 hours.
Wait, I have to show you something. Do I enable this for a screen recorder? What does this mean? Do I do it?
Yes, it's okay.
Okay.
Well, then you still need to enable it. Yeah, it's okay. Okay, I'm recording, Pookies.
Sorry. You didn't tell me.
Okay. Okay. My daughter interrupted us. She just opened the door. Where was I? Yes, that's why you need to become a self-master. Self-mastery comes first, then all the other stuff. Because here's what's going to happen. If you're not a self-master, you're going to start something very enthusiastically. This has been basically my whole life, and also for me the red line why self-mastery is so important to me. It's because you start something, you're excited about something. Initially, you have a lot of energy, you have a lot of drive to go after it. But then when it doesn't happen in the way you want it to happen, when you don't get the response in the way you wanted the response, if you don't make the money, or your idea is just not working the way you thought it was going to work, because in your mind, it is always easier and it always happens faster than in real life, you will not have the patience nor the confidence to stick with it. because you can't see with your mind's eye. You can't see with your third eye. You don't have the vision. Because if you're not a self-master, you don't have the vision. There's just a goal and you want to reach the goal. The ego wants to reach the goal. But the ego is completely inundated with fear. So you're going to move slowly, hesitantly, with full of doubt and confusion, and you don't know what to do, what to choose, which way to go. So everything seems like a good idea. Like, oh, I'm on YouTube. Oh no, I need to be on Instagram. Oh no, I need to be on Facebook. Oh no, I need to be on Twitter. Oh no, I need to be on TikTok. And before you know it, you're everywhere, and you're completely scattered and watered down over all these different platforms. But you have no idea why you're doing what you're doing, because everything seems like a good idea, because you don't want to fail. So you want a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Because if you had to focus on just becoming good at one thing, which my choice right now is to be good at becoming a self-mastery teacher. That's my one thing. All the other stuff that I do, social media and my school, building my school, is for this one purpose: becoming the greatest self-mastery teacher, becoming one of the best self-mastery teachers in the world. But if you do not have that clarity, you will not even be able to say something like this. Even worse, you're going to be afraid to say something like this, because who do I think I am? The nerve to say something like that out loud, in public. You want to be the best self-mastery teacher in the world? Really? You see? But you don't need to worry about the outside world, because your own inner critic, your own inner saboteur will completely box you and shred you to pieces before the outside world can do anything. And so that's why you need to be a self-master, because you're not going to practice. You're not going to put yourself out there. You're not going to fail publicly, because that's what you need to do. That's the switch you need to make. Fail publicly. But when you do something, or when you start something, what is the mindset? I'm going to succeed publicly. And when it's not happening in the way that your mind or your ego convinced you was going to happen, now you're going more towards the other side, which is failure, the place where you didn't want to be. And now you retreat. The turtle retreats. But if you retreat, you're safe in your little shell, but you're not moving, you're not making any progress, you're not becoming more confident and more skillful. So if you want to turn on that magnet to magnetize everything to you and become the powerful divine feminine energy, you need to allow the divine masculine energy within you to teach you. Because it's the divine masculine energy that's the teacher that says, practice, practice, practice. It's the divine masculine energy within you that says, we need structure, we need clarity, we need to practice, and we need to get good at this. And so in the beginning, the divine feminine energy is actually a little bit rebellious, like, oh, I gotta practice again. And you're kind of waiting for this success to happen, but it's not gonna happen, because you're not in it with your heart for the practice of it. You just want something to get out of it as fast as you can get it out. And that is going to make you run into that invisible wall over and over and over. And the reason why it's an invisible wall and not a visible wall is because you can't see with your third eye. So if you're not an awakened master, if you're not in the awakened state, you're not going to see that invisible wall. And at a certain point, you're going to get frustrated. You're going to say, you're going to be like, what is this? Why isn't it working? Because one, your focus is scattered all over the place. Two, there's no clarity in what the vision is. Who do you want to become? Did you hear me say, and I said that very deliberately and consciously, I told you who I wanted to become. I didn't tell you what I want to have, what I want to acquire, what status. I told you who I want to become. That's my focus. And because of it, whatever practices I use can vary. I can choose different practices. I can go different ways as long as I know that the vision of me becoming the best self-mastery teacher in the world, that's where I'm going. And so then you can be flexible with the how and the implementation, because now you're no longer doing things purely for the success. You are embracing all experiences, the successful one and the ones that fail, because even your experiences where you fail, you're going to learn so much that's going to propel you forward even faster. But you need to get to that place first. And that's why I wrote the first book, Book One, The Soul. Because if you don't know who your soul is, what your soul is, and what the vision of your soul is, the purpose of your soul is, it's like you're playing footsie with the fake self in her fantasy land. It's a fata morgana in the land of the illusionary self, and you're going to get lost. So if you want to find that direction and know where you're going, you need to first connect to the soul. And in my book One, The Soul, I teach you all about that. And I've created a methodology, a framework that will allow you to connect to the soul, connect back to your soul, because that's what the illusionary self has done. She has veiled you from the soul. And now that very deep transcendental knowledge, that ancient wisdom, is lost to you, and you're trying to find your answers in the outside world, which is always leading you to where you're not supposed to be. Because if you want to know where you're going, you need to connect to your inner world. So, and this is just behind the scenes, right? I always go off on a tangent, but I love it. I enjoy it. I mean, I feel in complete alignment. I feel I'm doing the right thing. I feel I'm going in the right direction. And it doesn't matter if I walk at the speed of a turtle, as long as I know I'm going to the right place, it's worth it. And I enjoy the slow pace of the turtle, because now I can see everything coming and I can take it all in, and I can just decide very easily and slowly what works, what doesn't work, and just disregard what doesn't work and implement more of what does. So if you want to become courageous, if you want to have this unshakable faith and belief in yourself, read my book, Fabulous One Philosophy, Self-Mastery Study Guide for Moms, and you will know completely, fully, why you have been sabotaging yourself and how you have been sabotaging yourself all this time. Take care. Thank you for listening. If you would like to get familiar with the complete teaching of the Fabulous One philosophy, I highly recommend you buy my book. And if you are excited to become a self-master, I invite you to join my online self-mastery school for moms, where I help you transform your inner saboteur into your inner strength, so you can make each day your masterpiece. Student level membership is free. Looking forward to seeing you inside.